The impossible can only take place when it is allowed to be made possible. The impossibility of something unique can only take place when all hurdles, boundaries have been paused, which means the mind is totally quiet for the possible to take place. When you watch a magician, as the magician goes through the act, your mind may be appearing through breath, through visual stimulation, sound, emotions, senses, but it has no idea what's coming. If it has an idea of what is coming, it laughs, or takes action, or takes some sort of reaction before the event happens. Like I knew that was going to happen. But most of the time it has no idea what's going to happen. It's got no expected outcome. But it is aware. It is sitting praying. I don't mean praying in a religious sense, I mean like looking for prey. It is sitting like a lion sits quiet behind a bush for the wildebeest to appear. But it's making no effort. It's making no effort of trying to keep, attach, or grab onto what is coming. It has no idea what is coming. This is the power of the magician. This is the power of God. This is the power of consciousness. This one moment. So if there is a period of meditation and the mind is active, whatever wants to come will not show face, because the wildebeest will not show face if it knows the lion is going to pounce and devour it. It's very, very simple. And it annoys mind sometimes. It irritates mind. Because mind says, you can't do it. You cannot do it. You cannot remain quiet enough. You cannot detach from all the things that you've been told. You have to expect something. That's what your conditioned mind says. You have to know ahead of what is coming. Because that's your true state speaking. Your true state is beyond all happenings. When the trick appears, the final line appears, something inside says, I knew that was going to happen. Your true state has got the whole lifespan in front of it, watching it tick away like a clock. Knowing it's nothing to fear, because it knows what's coming next. It knows that death does not exist. It knows that nothing exists outside of it. But things will appear. The trick will appear. And you, the spectator, will be able to walk away at the end of the show with no harm. But the reflected you, the body you, it appears to not know. It likes the shock. It likes the unexpectedness. And that's the trick of realization, of self-inquiry. Wait for it to happen. Quieten the mind. Keep quiet, Papaji says. Keep quiet means don't try and get rid of it. But like everything else, mind fluctuates. Like the heartbeat, like the pulse, like the breath, like the wind, it changes its energy. And at some point, it loses grip. It fades. And at that point, there's no you there. And something's going to happen. But it's not going to happen if it knows you're going to broadcast it immediately. You think God wants to reveal itself to one, and that knowing that that one is going to ruin it by sharing it with everyone else? When God has a plan to give every single one individually its own revelation? So there has to be trust. God has to have trust in the witness, like the magician has to have trust in the audience. There has to be acceptance that whatever comes may not come. And if it does come, it's okay, it's fine. There has to be faith that it will come, but not from the mind, from you inside. Can you be faithful, trusting, and accept in every aspect of life? Can you accept when the red light shows? When you're in a hurry for an appointment and you're wanting green? Can you trust that the green's going to stay? And can you have faith in your journey before you start? That at the end of the journey, everything's going to be okay. Realization, self-inquiry is very simple. To the one that is realized. To the one that was here before realization. Is in the same frame of mind as everyone else. It's not going to happen to me. Doesn't matter how hard I try, how much I do, how good I am, how kind I am, how compassionate I am. Where is the faith there, you see? Where is the faith? There's doubt there, you see. It's not going to happen to me because I'm doing all these things wrong. Where is the trust that whatever you're doing in your life, it's going to happen to you? But that can be mistaken for ego. It's going to happen to me, you know. I know, I've always been that. the one that God has seeked. God's going to bypass you. I'm not laughing because you're going to be missed. I'm laughing because your realization is going to be more intense, more bliss. The more ignorant you are, the more intense the realization. But when this intensity, like anything else, fades, it's very difficult to remain quiet. If you're quiet your whole life, with no attachment, no expectedness, no desires, no wants, no fears, why would a realization come to you? You don't need it. You see, you are already a saint. You're already nature. You're already life. You're already consciousness in its purest sense. The speaker, is it proud of its total annihilation of enlightenment? It is ashamed. No one should have to be enlightened. You see? It's a form of teacher reminding you you're still in class. Your mind has wandered off somewhere in some dream world, and you're not being attentive to what is taking place. So teacher shouts at you and slaps the ruler on the desk. Bang! Be attentive. That's what God says when you're enlightened. Do not falter again. Do not fall into the trap of expecting, of trying to be one step ahead. You're already that, you see. This is a world that is a play that is put in front of you. So don't try and be smart and have your soul or your spirit come out and speak on behalf of you. Soul and spirit should sit in the background and never appear, because it is creating this heaven and paradise that you think that God has created for you. Be part of the audience at the magician's show. Enjoy the show. Let the show come. Laugh when laughing is required, with no effort. Be disappointed with no effort, no judgment. When you go into your car or your bus or your train after the show, trick is over. But the trick is always ongoing. The trick is, how can I let my life take its own course without interfering? And God says, trust. Accept everything that comes. And have faith that whatever is being experienced is temporary. If this life is lived with freedom and acceptance and trust and faith, God will show you the door earlier before this body departs and say, look through this door and see in the mirror permanence that you've never not been.